Hi everyone, this is Ravenna from Triple Moon Goddess 88. Welcome to my channel. Before I get started, this is trigger warning. So keep scrolling if you wish to. This is a very specific message for someone who's in a very dark place at the moment. Someone who is not doing well at all. Universe wants you to know that you are not alone and that what you're thinking of doing is not the answer, and to reach out to someone, even if you don't feel like it, just even if it's a stranger, a helpline. You are here for a reason, even if that doesn't feel like that at the moment. This is just one moment in time. They are asking you to be strong and that you're going to be okay. Universe is saying again, please reach out to someone. They have heard your cries and your calls, but they really do need you to reach out and speak to someone. Wow, this is heavy. I know what you're going through, and I've been there. Where are we at? We're at 2026. So, 13 years ago, I was in the headspace that you are now. And I did attempt to end things. I attempted a couple of times within about 3 months. The second time I almost succeeded. Thankfully I didn't. It was not a good time. There were a lot of circumstances, a lifetime of unhealed trauma, unhealed emotional, mental and physical wounds. I was homeless and I wasn't being a very good friend, parent. So I get it, 100%. It does get better. 13 years later, I know I'm here for a reason. And I know that's easier said than done. And when you are in those moments, it doesn't feel like it. You feel alone. You feel like you just don't want to talk to anyone. But having that someone to talk to, even if they don't say a word, and you just get out what you need to get out, what's on your heart, what's on your soul, the things that are swirling in your mind. It does help. If there is no one, like I said, reach out to a helpline or get yourself to the hospital. I feel you are going to get through this. You just need to have faith that this is just a moment. It will get better. It will get better. You know, when not long after my last hospitalisation, I went and got a tattoo, and you know, I was still quite raw, quite tender, still trying to pick up pieces that I didn't know how to pick up, and I went and got this tattoo, but I didn't have the colours around it, and it says, "Today is a gift, never lose hope," and that's the tree of life. And so I carried that for years through my healing, through all stages, the highs and the lows, and during that time I learnt about my mental health. I learnt what my triggers were, contributing factors, unhealed traumas, you know, a lot of therapy, medication, and you know, there was a lot of things that happened throughout those years that were very stressful, very trying, but I had learnt the tools to be able to move through those situations and those emotions a lot easier than previously. I mean, we're human. You're still going to have your emotions. You're still going to have, you know, those fluctuations in moods and reactions and, you know, all that sort of stuff. But it's a hard road, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it. You know, being here 13 years later, it's a blessing. It really is. I'm here for a reason. You know, I may not fully understand what that reason is. I still have you know, the moments of doubt, not with doing anything, but just what my reason is, what my purpose in life is. I mean, you know, when my mood does get low, I now can process that in a different way. So if you're someone who writes, even if you do not feel like it right now, write. Get it all out. If you sing, if you are an artist, if you like building things or working on cars or whatever it is that you do, then go and do that. Find that way to, you know, process in the way that you do process things. And if that is not possible, as I said, please reach out to someone, even if it's a stranger. You know, in 2018, that's where things really changed for me, in the way that I'd had some pretty, in the year and a half leading up to that, had some pretty full-on stuff happen. And I had the tools to deal with it in different ways. So it was, you know, even though I was really at a low point, I was able to get through that. And I was starting a new job, and I was moving away from where I was. You know, I'd done a lot of healing, and it was time for that fresh start. And so a friend of mine at the time was a tattooist, and I'd spoken to her about this tattoo, and I'm like, I'm not that person anymore, you know. I've grown. I've done a lot of healing. I still have a lot to do, but from where I was and now understanding the mental health with the anxiety, with the depression, and being able to come off medication and be able to regulate my emotions and be able to process in healthy ways. That was still a work in progress. But yeah, I was talking and I just said, I'm not that person anymore. I need to change this. I need it to reflect the growth and how far I've come and where I am now. You know, my world isn't black or grey or black and white anymore. It's full of colour. Like I can see the colours again for the first time in a long time. I can see the colours. Even though I've got stuff going on, I still feel that life is different now. So that's why, we put the dragonflies. Dragonflies mean new beginnings and good luck and all that sort of stuff, and put all the colours because I wanted that colour back in my life. I wanted to represent, all right, this is where I've been, but this is also where I'm at and where I'm going. My life isn't that anymore. So I just want to let you know that it does get better. No matter where you're at right now, it does get better. I promise you it does. You may have some real shitty times, and it gets yuck. But you have the really good times too. And I just want you to know that you are not alone, that there are many people that have been where you are at right now. And I am sending you so much love right now, so much healing energy. My angels and guides are sending you that love and that healing energy as well. And I'm just asking you to reach out to your higher power, whoever that is, or whatever that is. Reach out to someone and find a way to let it out without hurting or harming you or in any way, shape or form. I just wanted to let you know that you are not alone. You are not alone. And then I feel you. Universe just said go to your favourite spot, wherever that may be. Go to your favourite spot, and there's a loved one that you can talk to. If you can't find anyone on the physical, there's a loved one you can talk to. They're just waiting for you to reach out. Something about the favourite spot. It's out in the open somewhere. So for whoever that resonates for, sending you all my love and my healing energy. That's all I can say. So take care of you. Reach out to someone, please. And this will pass. All right? I'm going to leave it there. Okay, bye.